Yes, I didn't know anything about Guan Yin. I didn't know anything about anything, still don't, but I started living in Gold Mountain in full-time in 19, I met the master in 69, late 69, but I didn't actually move into the monastery at Gold Mountain Monastery until I think it was 71. So that's where I started learning about all the bodhisattvas and things, and especially Guan Yin. That's, in general. But experience-wise, I came into that with the master. I'm trying to remember the first time. Well, as you all know at CTTV, the Guan Yin Bodhisattva who's in the main Buddha hall was made by one of the last of the great Buddha carvers in China, the Wang Tai, is it Wang Taishan? Yeah, Wang Taishan, I think his name was. That's where I first started getting interested in the whole Guan Yin ethos. And it was, as you can see in the Buddha hall, that version is the thousand hand, thousand-eyed Guan Yin. And he had carved that all out of, I believe, sandalwood, and had shipped it over to Gold Mountain originally. We have pictures of that when we took it out of the crate. In fact, there's a picture of Dharma Master Hung Sure sweeping the straw off the crate that the Guan Yin was in. And we started putting it together. It's like a big puzzle. And then Wang Taishan came and helped showed us how to put it together, because he's the one that carved it. And so originally it was just wood. There was no gold. And it stayed at Gold Mountain for a long time before it came to Wanfacheng. And that's where it got gold leafed. It was covered in gold then, and it was a secret process. So that was a fascinating thing in terms of just the statue. But the meaning behind it didn't start to sink in until I started experiencing different things with the master. I guess I'm trying to remember what was the first real instance. I guess it was the one I had this real big brainstorm. I don't know, can you translate all this? Do I need to pause? Let me know.
No, you're good, because we have simultaneous translation. So all you have to do is just talk English and it'll be translated in another room.
I tried different Chan sessions. I had different experiences, but not directly with Guan Yin per se, or probably did, but I didn't realize it. And then later on though, when we finally, I purchased CTTV, Wanfacheng, I had this brainstorm that I thought, actually it was just a bunch of false thinking. But I said, Shifu, I want to buy this. We have some money left over. I wanted to buy this motorcycle. And it would save a lot of gas. That was my excuse. Going back and forth, because at that time we were going quite a bit back and forth between the Bay Area, the old Gold Mountain and the new Wanfacheng. And I could get this motorcycle and it would save a lot of gas. So Shifu was very patient with me. He said, okay, if you want to do that, go ahead. So I got this little motorcycle, a little Honda, and started driving it. And of course I didn't want to drive it on the freeway because it was just too dangerous. So I used all the back roads to get down through the Napa Valley and stuff. And I did this for a few weeks. And one time when I was driving south, in this case, I was going from Wanfacheng to the Bay Area. I was going along in this motorcycle, and there was this Native American Indian in full regalia, full dress. He had buckskins on. He looked he looked like he came out of a movie set. I mean, he was really unusual. But I knew he was something special. He was standing in the road and he was waving me down. In other words, he's telling me to stop. And so I stopped, and he said, you need to be very careful, because around that bend over there, somebody had leaked a bunch of oil on the road, and it's very, very slippery. You can easily crash your car, your motorcycle. And I said, well, thank you, sir. So I kept going, and there it was, a big old oil spill there. So I rode around it. When I got back to Wampachang, I think a day later, I talked to the master and told him that story. He says, you don't even recognize Guan Yin when you're right in front of him. That's what he told me. So that was my real first experience with Guan Yin. And then I think about a few days later, he says, you know, this motorcycle, I talked to Guan Yin about it, and Guan Yin doesn't have a sex, but the Bodhisattva Guan Yin said that he's just getting tired of watching over me. He's got too many other things to do. So get rid of that motorcycle. For sure, you're going to end up getting in an accident, and it's not going to look good for Buddhism to have a monk scattered all over the road. So I sold the bike, and that's my first real interaction with Guan Yin, at least through Shifu, because I'm so stupid, I didn't even realize I was talking to the real Guan Yin.
Wow. So she saved your life, or he saved your life.
Yeah, in that case, it was a he. It was a he. Yes.
如果不念观音菩萨的话，掉到山涧里一定是没有命了，粉身碎骨啊，连骨头都没有了，把你那个身体呀皮血肉筋骨啊，就摔得像那个面粉那么碎，看不见了找不着你的尸首。遇到这种呢危难的时候，你能不忘了念观世音菩萨，一定会有大感应的。观世音菩萨来救护你，令你逢凶化吉，是遇难成祥，为而不为，是险而不险，能有这样的感应。
但是这个妙法呀，一般人都不知道，所以在那个最危险的时候都想不起来念观世音菩萨了。你要是能在最危险那个时候想起念观世音菩萨，你只要能在那个最危险的时候，你能念观世音菩萨，都有感应的，一定会得到这个救，观音菩萨会来救度你。但是怎么样的呢？但是你要有一种信心，不要将信讲疑的。
念观世音菩萨，爱观世音菩萨，观世音菩萨来现身见你，你又不认识观世音菩萨，所以众生就是很苦恼。千处祈求千处应，这观世音菩萨，你不是一个地方求他来救一个地方，你就有千处万处百千万处，有多少人求他就随心满愿去帮忙你这么多的众生令你离苦得乐。所以每一个人都应该常常的念南无观世音菩萨，念念勿生疑。你这个念的时候千万不要生疑心，不要说这念有什么用呢？这念观世音菩萨，这岂不是没有什么意思？天天念那观世音菩萨，观世音菩萨你就生出疑心。最要紧的就不要生疑心，念念勿生疑。你就一念之中也不应该生怀疑心，要生信心，念念勿生疑。观世音净圣，这观世音菩萨这个清净的圣者，于苦恼死，在你有这个最苦这个痛苦的时候，最烦恼的时候，或者讲要危险要死的时候， 那个呢，这个就是呢，能为做以护，能给你做一个以护，就是做你的保护者。依是依靠，护就是保护着你，他能保护着你，你可以把你身心性命都交给观世音菩萨，观世音菩萨一定会帮你忙的，一定会保护着你的。